What's going on, guys? RxDude22 here with you for the Retro Gaming League. Season 8, Week 8 results. And then we get a bye week this week. We all get a little break. We are officially at the halfway point of Season 8. This was a record-setting week. We've been doing this for 8 seasons. We have never had as close of a finish between the top 3 as we did this week. We've never had as many completions on a game as we had this week. So hats off to you guys for bringing the heat this week. How we doing? Lots of shake up in the standings. Incredible runs by pretty much everybody. We just obliterated this game this week. We got Clive from West Yorkshire Retro Gamer. Willie Will in the house. Punchy, what's going on? One Forsaken. We got Rockin' Retro. We've got Cake Style. Is it Cake Steel or Cake Style? I don't know. I don't know. Cam, can you identify this for me and let me know if I'm saying it wrong, and I will straighten that out because I don't know how to pronounce it, honestly. We got Bake Baker in the house. What's going on? Position movement, point changes had the lot this week. Yes, indeed, and we got it all for you. I sound a lot better. I feel a lot better. Cake Style. Okay, Cake Style. So I was right. Okay, good. I'm glad I wasn't pronouncing that. Cake Style. Got it. We'll get it right away from now on. Here are the results for Week 8. Rocket Knight Adventures. Starting out on the first page. One Forsaken Gaming had a great run. Did it early in the week. 39 minutes, 43 seconds for the completion. But was only 4th best. Nobody wants Steel Cake. How we doing? I'm doing good, Jay. As you can tell, I'm finally getting over this damn cold. Lots of no runs. Aaron Ryan, Aerostream, Belgian, where are you guys at? Zeros for all of you. You get a 0. You get a 0. You get a 0. Now we have a page full of completions. Cake Style, Captain Tendo, and Rockin' Retro were separated the first 3 places by 33 seconds. We've never had a finish that close from the top 3 in the 8 seasons we've been doing this damn thing. Absolutely incredible. So close between the top 3. Service gonna go. I'll be right back. Outcast, what's going on? So Cake Style, 36 minutes, 21 seconds. He was the second best run of the week, 8.5 points. Captain Tendo Gaming, 36 minutes, 40 seconds. The third best run of the week, 8 points. Rockin' Retro, we'll get to him in just a moment. He was our best run of the week. Yours truly, the slowest of all the completions, 53 minutes, 29 seconds for 5 points. The defending champ, 47 minutes even, 6.5 points for him. Amazing runs. Amazing runs for the top. Everybody. I mean, we had 15 people run this week. 9 had completions. It's just crazy. Mr. G's Game Lab and Retro Game for Life, they're both tied at the Stage 2 boss. Mr. G got there a little quicker, 31 minutes, 25 seconds. He gets 2.5 points. Retro Gaming for Life got there at 46-47. He gets 2 points. Outcast Gaming, also completion. 52 minutes, 57 seconds for 5.5 points. He did his run real early this week. He was actually the first person to complete the game. He was the 8th fastest completion of the week. Punchy got to Stage 6 boss for 4.5 points. Next page. Retro Gaming Stream got the Stage 4 boss for 4 points. And there is our run of the week, folks. Rockin' Retro. 36 minutes, 7 seconds. Beat Cake Style by like 14 seconds. Beat Captain Tendo by 33 seconds. So 1 through 3, 33 seconds separated him. So he gets the 9 points plus the 1 point bonus for the best run of the week. Amazing run to him. Hats off to him. Of course, he also gets the privilege of being on the recap video that'll be on YouTube, and I'll get that probably up later this evening. So you get to see his entire run with the results from Week 8. Crazy runs. Well done, everybody. You guys just absolutely brought heat this week. Sandblasted Gaming got to the Stage 3 Crab Boss, which is the first mini boss, so he gets 3 points. Shy Guy Classic also with the completion, 51 minutes, 56 seconds. He was the 7th fastest completion of the week, so he gets 6 points. Last but not least, Clive from West Yorkshire Retro Gamer had the 5th best run of the week for a completion, 44 minutes, 40 seconds. Amazing job by him. He gets 7 points. Wookie Dome got to Stage 3 Fish Boss, which is the last boss in Stage 3, for 3.5 points. All right. Now, what does this do to the standings? We have a lot of different groups here. Starting out the top 4 just keep pulling away from everybody. One Forsaken Gaming still on top with 70 points. Rockin' Retro shaved a lot of the points off the lead. He's only up by 2. He's coming in second with 68 points. Green Sled Gaming hanging on by a thread for 3rd place with 58.5, because here comes Captain Tendo with 57.5. He's right on his heels. The top 4 kind of blown away from everybody. The next group's kind of 5th and 6th. It's a battle between Classic and Current Gaming and Outcast Gaming. Classic and Current Gaming 5th with 50. Outcast in 6th with 48. Then the log jams begin. Shy Guy staying in 7th with 40.5 points. Punchy Gaming in 8th still with 38.5 points. Nothing changed there, but it got a lot closer. West Yorkshire Retro Gamer is in 9th by a half a point behind Punchy. Cake Style's only 1 point behind Punchy in 10th, so you've got 2.5 points separating 7th through 10th right now. Very close. That got real close after this week. Next log jam. It's like everybody's got little groups throughout here. 11th through like 15th is a log jam. Retro Gaming streamed 25 points in 11th. He moved up a couple spots. Belgian's in 12th. He dropped 1, 24.5 points with the no run. And then look at this. 13th, Aerostream, Sandblasted Gaming, Wookie Dome, all with 23.5 points each. All tied for 13th. Mr. G's Game Lab in 16th with 18.5 points. And we have our final 2, Retro Gaming for Life in 17th with 16.5. And Aaron Ryan, I don't know where you're at. I hope you're okay. 5.5. Punchy saying, get off my butt, Clive. So there's the standings after week 8. Okay, so we have no rules to talk about for week 9, but we're going to talk to you about it anyways. Really feels like the top 10 are in contention for the top 10. They're all pulling away. It's definitely looking like that. And actually even like the top 6. There's a big gap between 6th and 7th. So, all right. Here, let's address the elephant in the room, shall we? Parappa the Rappa. Has anybody had a chance to try it out yet? It's a little, actually I wouldn't even say a little, it's very, very bad with latency. Horribly bad with latency. Has anybody else tried that and experienced that as well? This is your chance to speak up about week 9's game, so take advantage of it. 5 minutes, it's awful. Outcast is back. We are currently discussing Parappa the Rapper and how terrible latency. There it is. Yes. Has anybody else tried it to see if they're having trouble with it? Negative, never played it, says Punchy. Got lag on emulation, says Bake Baker. Even with my PS1 Mini. Wow. I have tried it. I have Duck Station PlayStation 1 emulation. I have a Retro Pi I've tried it on as well. The latency is really bad for me on both. Cake Style says it's pretty bad. Lag on emulation for sure, says Rockin' Retro. I've ordered a PS controller because I can't play it with my Logitech controller. I actually use an Xbox 360 controller, but I actually, when I was practicing, I just kind of set my PlayStation controller in front of me so I could know which buttons were which, because I don't know other than that. Yeah, I highly recommend a game swap, says the champ. Outcast says duck race it. One Forsaken says very inconsistent. It's got terrible rhythm mechanics as it is. I remember as a kid and it was not good. It was horrid. I was looking forward to it. Yeah, me too. I really was as well. Um, so we will. Looks like the majority of you guys are pretty much all on the same page about this, replacing it because of latencies. It's the icons instead of letters or numbers, and the game doesn't give you option to change controls. It's just that brutal. Sounds like a pretty easy decision to let the Ducks race. Well, the Ducks won't race. We are going to replace the game, but the Ducks won't race. So we'll go ahead and announce now what the Week 9 game is going to be. The Week 9 game is going to be what was originally the Week 1 game before it was replaced, because it's a guaranteed game. So Week 9, we are going to do Thunder Force 3 now. Parappa the Rapper is gone. Thunder Force 3 will officially be the Week 9 game because it was a guaranteed game. Donkey Kongo with the bongos for GameCube. No. Oh, God, not Hagani. Not Conkers. We're going to do Thunder Force 3. The options for that one were, if we replaced Parappa, Thunder Force 3 would take over the Week 9 spot. If it didn't take over the Week 9 spot, it was going to be the guaranteed Round 1 playoff game. Because it's a guaranteed game, so it has to happen. And since we want to draw all the playoff games with the Ducks, so there's surprise element for everybody going in. The judges have talked about it, and since it's a consensus in the chat, we decided that the Week 9 game will be Thunder Force 3, which was originally the Week 1 game that the champ swapped out for Metroid, which was his option to do so. But Parappa the Rapper will not be used this season, and probably never used, unfortunately, ever, because, well, it just can't play it in emulation, unfortunately. So this means there's no playoff game now. No, that means it's not a playoff game. The playoff games will be drawn by the Ducks each week. We just think that's the fairest thing to do since it's a guaranteed game. And plus, some of you already looked at it already. I'm just kidding. Parappa's great. Don't switch. Well, would you rather play Thunder Force 3 Week 9, or would you rather have that Week 1 in the playoffs? That's the question here. If you guys aren't good at, people in the contention for playoffs, would you rather have that Week 1 in the playoffs? Looks like I need to cancel that Amazon order now. That's our fault. We apologize for that. We didn't expect any issues with Parappa the Rapper when we picked it. I mean, it's just basically button mashing. The latency on this is absolutely horrible. That's our bad. We should have probably tested it before the season started. Thunder Force 3 is great, says Cake Style. Looks like Week 9 it is. You guys got it. So we will do Thunder Force 3 Week 9. The advantage you guys have is, since next week's a bye week, you have 2 weeks to prepare for this. So you get a little bit of extra time to really knock this game out. Prefer a fighting or beat 'em up game that's not Mace. Well, we'll all see that one in Week 15. Is there any questions about this decision? We will post. I think the file's already posted in the Discord chat, but I'll double check it if it's not there. We will post the Thunder Force 3 file as soon as I get off here. If there's nothing else, that we're going to end it here. On behalf of myself and the entire, what kind of game it is? It's like a space shooter. Progress or score. We haven't decided that yet, but are the rules the same as they were in Week 1? We never really set those up, did we? I don't remember that. I don't think we even discussed the rules because we knew the switch was happening. So the judges will have something on that next Sunday. We'll have the official rules come out next Sunday because this is a bye week and we're all taking a break. Should be plenty of time for someone to get a world record. I see what you did there, Kyle. I see what you did there. Thought there were rules for Thunder Force. Maybe not slept since. Yeah, I don't think we established that because Will got to us pretty early that week, said he wanted to flip it to Metroid. So we already had Metroid set up. So we will have the official rules for that come out next Sunday. It may be score-based. I don't know. We haven't done any score-based things yet, so that it could be a possibility. It could be progression, could be both. But either way, we'll have it for you next week. Any other questions about anything? We're at the halfway point. Not me, Kyle. And David should run with one hand and one eye available. I can't make him do that. Although it probably would still beat most of us if he did, honestly. Um, we still haven't really determined how many pages are going to get into the playoffs yet. I'm still kicking that around. How did I do? Sorry. You finished. There was 9 completions. You were the 8th fastest completion. So you got 5.5 points, I think is what it was. There was 33 seconds between the top 3. It was ridiculous. Well, if there's nothing else, we'll keep you posted next week with the rules. We'll do it next Sunday, just like we do here. Just not going to be any results for you. Just going to be essentially the other half of the week that we normally do. Any info on how many pages will be in the playoffs? I just mentioned that. We haven't really talked about it yet. We are going to do the little consolation bracket thing, though. So the people that qualify for the regular playoffs will be the regular playoffs. And everybody that doesn't make those playoffs, they can still keep playing. We're going to give them the ability to do like a consolation bracket just for shits and giggles, if nothing else. Nuts, I'll never do an early run again. If I had to guess on the playoffs, I would say probably anywhere between 8 and 12 for pages making the playoffs. That's where we're kind of at right now. We haven't really kicked it around yet, but that's the ballpark figure, roughly between 8 and 12. And whoever, like I said, whoever doesn't make the regular playoffs will be in the consolation playoffs. So everybody gets to keep playing all the way through the end of the season until you get eliminated from whichever part of the tournament you're in. All right, we're going to wrap it up here. On behalf of myself, Bake Baker, One Forsaken Gaming, and everybody at the team here at the Retro Gaming League, we want to wish you guys an amazing Thanksgiving here in the States, wherever you're at. If you celebrate it there too, you guys have a great week. Be safe. Enjoy the week off. We'll get right back to it next Sunday with week 9. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody, and we will see you next week. Everybody have a great week. Enjoy the holiday. We'll see you.